Hey y'all.
Hey, it is I. I am the light of the Leo. You can call me Jennifer though. And this is my brother. His name is JojoSPEAKS, but you can call him Jonathan. And you can call him Jojo. You can call him Joe. Okay. You can call him William Joe Nathan. There's so many things you can call him.
Yes,
Just as long as you're looking at him and acknowledging his presence.
right.
Anyway, oh God, you can even call him Junior. He's not a junior. He
No,
has
I'm
had to
not.
answer it to it once.
And I'm so glad I'm not a junior. I'm glad I have my own name. I like my own identity. I don't like to be
Yeah.
namely connected to someone because, yeah, yeah. Anyways, let's not get into that. Let's get to the show, girl.
Oh yeah, because I was really about to go deep about names.
Yeah,
I-
we,
I'm
we, we only got an hour, girl. We only have an hour. There's a lot to
okay.
discuss.
We ain't reached the first minute, so let's do this. We're
Okay,
doing Extraordinary Attorney Woo from Netflix. We got to jump right into it because all these episodes are long, and we have to do all this talking. Okay, there's a lot of talking to do.
a
So
lot.
let's start at the beginning. We're on the countryside of Korea. Okay, not in the city of Seoul where everybody else is. No, 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 no. We're on the countryside right now. Two cars pull up to this house where two brothers walk in to the house to speak to their younger brother. They pretty much influence him to sign off his inheritance. Their father only gave the youngest son. And these dudes are older. They're like, beyond 50, possibly. Okay.
Hmm.
So father, he left the inheritance to the youngest child, and they said, well, with the inheritance laws, 50% is supposed to go to the eldest son, and uh,
30%.
30% goes
Hmm.
to the middle, and 20 will go to the youngest.
How is it that these rules are in place when different people have different amount of children? This don't make sense, but go ahead.
Agreed, but that's what happened, and we'll get more into that very soon.
Mhm.
And he was like, let's just sign it now, put your stamp on it. I say, take care of it right now. Okay,
Now.
let's give me a day or something like that. You know what I'm
Now.
saying? Can you give me a moment? He's like, what? You don't trust your
Now.
brothers? You're gonna find an attorney to try to look over it? What's going on? You don't trust us?
Okay, because I already had an attorney
I had
that
an
that that that
attorney.
has schooled me on
Okay.
all the laws, honey. I
Eh,
know what's right.
okay. And you're just a rice farmer. Okay.
You ain't
We are
nothing.
businessmen, okay,
Okay.
out
We
in
went to
Seoul.
college.
Okay. We
Okay.
went to
We're
college.
educated.
Yes.
Okay. Recognize, little
Sign
nigga.
it.
Okay.
Child, and his wife, the wife of the youngest brother, she was like, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? And he had to kind of rip the stamp from out of her. He stamped the thing and moved forward.
Stamped all three pages, child.
Jesus. And just from looking at it, it's like this does not look right. This does not seem ethical. But let's move on. So Young Woo is gone, okay? And because we're
She
at
went
the
ghost, y'all.
yeah, she did leave.
Isn't it so
And
interesting that we started the third episode? We're on episode 4, yeah. So it's so interesting that we started the third episode with her looking at into her new office and she's looking
yeah,
at her new name tag.
and
And
now
then
she
we
gone.
start this episode with Woo Young Woo gone, not even in the office, no
And her
name
name
tag.
tag not there. Yeah, child.
It's so interesting to
Jung
me.
Ho looks so sad. And then we see a scene, uh, Attorney Jung looking at her resignation letter that she sent in before she left. So of course that then the title thing goes a do 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 do. Okay, and then
Let me just say the score for these K dramas is like the score for a movie.
yeah,
Like they pay and the cinematography as well. Oh
they
my
do very
goodness.
well, very
Like
well.
the money that Netflix is putting into these shows, I always wondered why Netflix had so much content that was original Netflix content, but I see why
They
because
do a good job.
they put in the work. And it used to
Charlie.
be that Netflix didn't wasn't worth nothing, like all their shows were trash, but now they're getting so much better, so much, so
So
much
much
better.
better. Yes. So right now we have left the attorney, Hambada. We left Hambada, and now we're at Woo Young Woo's or Mr. Woo's. restaurant, his shop.
Did you notice the way that Woo Young Woo was sitting in her chair while she was eating? Did she not seem like dejected a little bit to you?
Well, I mean, you used to work at a nice law firm, and now you're not
Yeah.
there no more, and you feel like you're not needed.
I just wondered if you picked up on that.
Oh, of course, it's acting.
Yes.
So, okay, she was at the restaurant or whatever, and he said, "You're up." She, Rami called.
Hmm.
No, not even called. She came. She was at the spot or whatever, and Wu said
She ran
she ran the whole
in. It
way.
said emergency, y'all.
911. Okay.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, when she came into the shop and dad was like, "Oh, your friend's coming." And she ran up into the shop and Rami was, busted and disgusted. She was very unhappy. She was sad. And it turns out the person that was signing that contract was her dad in the
Hmm.
beginning of that the show. And when she ran up in there, Wu was like, "You're here early. It's not even noon. What's going on? Okay. What is up?" So she did say that Rami's uncle, they tricked her dad, and basically she gave them all the information about the land stuff, the compensation for the land, and they're about to get about $10 billion. But they did the 50, 30, 20. Okay. And
Hmm.
of course, unfortunately, her dad is the one that's going to lose out on this situation because after taxes, he's going to be in the negative.
He first of all, he don't get hardly nothing, but he got to pay the taxes on the gross
The
amount.
whole thing.
The gross
That's what
amount.
the contract that them brothers put in
The
there.
gross amount. If this ain't the dirtiest
I
of
would never do
dirty,
that to you.
the dirtiest of dirt, like y'all don't even love him. Y'all
Y'all
don't
don't
care about
care.
that man.
Y'all don't care.
Don't
And
matter your reason why. It don't matter. It
y'all
don't
trash.
matter. No excuses. No, you're trash. Okay.
And Rami just went on to say that, the uncles think we're stupid and that, we don't know nothing. But she said, "I know the best attorney." Child,
Okay.
Woo Young Woo looking around.
Who who you know,
Which
girl?
attorney do you know, girl?
Okay. Let me know, girl. Okay, fill me
Okay.
in.
But she said, "You." And she's like, hmm. Yeah, I don't, I'm not an attorney any
You know
longer.
what I love about Young Woo? When she says, that always means something.
Oh, yeah,
That
because you're thinking.
always means something.
And what happened is like, do you have the contract? Like, let me look over the contract real quick or whatever.
Hmm.
And they close the shop. And then they go. They go to get to the country to get the contract. Who you
Right.
talking to on the phone?
Oh, I'm putting into my calendar something real quick. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, right. So they went to Kongado, and I'm not going to say it any longer. I know it sounds wrong. Anywho, they, both of them, Rami, they all used to live out there in that country area.
Hmm.
Um, the reason being is because Mr. Wu, she bought Young Wu out there to the countryside to go to school because he thought that if he took her away from Seoul, she would be bullied less. But of course,
That was not the case.
that was not the case. She was bullied just enough, just as much. She was eating lunch in the janitor's room. She was chilling with the teachers in their lounge and all that stuff, to be safe. And
Much like Charlie from Heartstopper. It's so cute. Anyways, go ahead.
huh. So then one day in the class or whatever, they sent a piece of paper for Wu to ask the teacher where did she get her eye surgery, basically saying that it looks so nice. She's just reading it like they told her to read this, ask the teacher this, because and of course, with some spectrums of autism, they're not thinking about people's reactions and things to just truth. I'm just reading this piece of paper. It should not. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Anywho, the teacher slapped her.
They are about the violence, hand to hand combat in these K dramas, child. They know how to slap a hoe. Okay, they know how to slap a hoe.
and
Okay,
and and Wu got slapped. And this caught the eye of Rami. Rami was sitting in the back with her mismatched socks and
green
slides
and
on.
purple socks with her slides on. Girl, she is a
And I
vibe,
mean,
honey.
the slides, her feet were all the way out the other side of the slides. You hear me?
Okay,
She
giving
was
you
just
Naomi Smalls, honey. The toes are just okay out there. Okay,
okay.
you
And
you need two sizes bigger, girl.
okay,
Okay.
and that's when they saw the slap or whatever, they continued to make fun of the girl. Rami stood up with her slides and mismatched color socks.
Okay, she took the
And
note,
okay, she took the note. Yes.
read the note,
Read the note. Yeah.
looked
Yeah.
at oh girl.
What'd she say?
That's what she said. Okay, no
And she
words
also got a
needed.
handful of that hair. They like to grab hair too.
Okay,
They like that.
assault. Okay,
That's what they like doing.
assault.
Okay. And then they're like, oh, so they're together. They're lesbians. The crazy girl is with the stupid girl, or you know what I'm saying? And you're like, yes, we're together. And she
Okay,
picked up a
and
chair and started swinging, honey. Swinging, swinging. Come at me.
come at me. You want some? Okay,
Because you about to catch chair in your
okay. You want
face.
this chair leg up your ass? Okay, that's where it's going.
Okay, and I said swinging chairs for our girl with
Yes.
exclamation marks. And that's the first time she really kind of stuck up for young Woo.
Hmm.
And then she also skipped class a lot as well, you know, so heartbreak high people.
Okay.
And what she was doing when she skipped class, she was going to do karaoke. They went to the karaoke spot, know what I mean?
Okay.
They yoked her up from the karaoke spot with a stick, getting
Like,
her together.
principal, what are you
Come
doing at the
on.
karaoke spot during school hours? Like, why
Because
are
they
you
knew where
out
she
there?
was.
Right.
They knew exactly where she was.
They know how
So
she
it's like,
operate.
okay.
She
And
ain't
they
about the
said, you
school
know
life.
what? Look at here.
Okay,
If I
you see
can't
the
do
way
my
she's dressed. You know she's not invested. Okay. You know she don't want to be here.
she said, if I can't do my karaoke at the karaoke spot, you know, she did she got on the PA system
Okay.
and she gave herself a concert.
Turned on the sounding board, pressed all the buttons.
Okay. Y'all gonna hear me today. Okay. If I
Loud and clear.
can't do my karaoke in the comfort of my own karaoke spot, I'll be
Was she singing Seek Amy by Britney Spears?
no, she was singing a K-pop song.
Okay, because it sounded so much like a Britney Spears song. Like it sounded identical to a Britney Spears
We need to
song.
talk about K-pop music because
Okay.
a lot of the K-pop does derive from American music.
Okay.
Just to
Okay.
make sure you know. So, one day out front of the school, Young Woo was sitting outside waiting, basically for Rami to come to school,
Mhm. That's
and
my new friend. We
she
together.
she got off the bus and she told Rami, "You're 30 minutes late," and she was like, "Yeah, okay," you know, like
And tell me something I
whatever.
don't know, girl.
And it's like, "What are you doing out here?" She's like, "I was waiting on you," and Young Woo said, "When I'm around you, I feel safer." And basically, it's like, okay, so if you feel safer around me, like I'm a bodyguard, what about me? Like, what do I get out of this?
Okay.
And she said, and Young Woo, she kept it real funky with your girl. She says, I can be your friend because you ain't got one.
You ain't got none. Okay.
None. And it's like she felt away, but was she lying though?
No. And that's why
Not
old
one
girl
bit.
had to laugh because she
Yes, she had
understood the
to.
truth of the statement. Okay. She
Yes.
know me.
It is what it is. But though she might have been upset, she said, well, come on.
Okay. Tag
They went
alonger
they went on into school and apparently they were friends, you know, till the
ever
end.
since. It's
Which I think is an
beautiful.
awesome situation.
Beautiful. I want to know how they came up with that handshake. That's what I need a backstory on.
Can I tell you?
Okay. What, tell me.
The producers or the writers did not come up with it. They came up with it together.
Of course. Of course. character
Child.
building, okay, character development, okay, let's develop this friendship, okay,
Let's develop,
so
and they
it's
did that.
real for the
They came up
audience.
with that together, and it was supposed to be much cornier, but they came up with something else. So I'm
I
very
wish it was
happy,
cornier. I wish it was cornier. I want to know how it was cornier. I need to know that.
child. YouTube is your friend. Oh, right. So, yeah, they made it out to the countryside, and they were looking. Excuse me. Young Woo was looking at the contract, and she said there is clear intent of unfair treatment here in this document, but it is legally binding. You signed it. So we did find out about the lie of the inheritance laws.
Hmm.
Those inheritance laws are no longer active.
Right.
This is we can no longer, do that or whatever.
Based off of
So
the time that the father died.
exactly. So basically, all of this was done under false pretense.
Hmm.
So there was wrong done in this space.
Right.
So they do ask Wu to take the case, and she says, "I am not an attorney anymore." So she does offer to get the case to Hambada, which is the best attorneys in all of Seoul.
I'm gonna hook y'all up, girl.
Okay, you're welcome. So she
Thank me
decides
later.
she decides not to go. Okay. Um, she just sent Rami out there to Hambada to go straight to Attorney
Yes.
Jung to
Sent the
take care of this.
bestie. Yes.
And she did tell Rami to be careful of the revolving door. She's like, "Be careful. What do you mean?" And she did actually get accosted in that revolving door. She tried to warn you.
She did.
Anywho, but Attorney Jung wasn't in his office, so she said, "Well," Youngwoo was like, "Well, find Jung Ho. He'll be able to do it or what." Find him in this attorney's area.
And Jung
And
Ho's not even an attorney. He's kind of like an
no,
assistant, isn't he?
I think he's more like a paralegal, what we would call a paralegal in our country.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
So she's like, "Okay, so what does Jung Ho look like?" Um
Well,
Eventually,
he's tall. He a little sexy.
he's handsome.
You know what I mean?
And child, those two descriptions brought her straight to what? Minwoo. And
Minwoo and Jung Ho.
yeah,
Both
they
of
were
them.
there talking. She
Yeah.
went straight to Minwoo and was like, "Jung Ho?" And he's like, "I'm not Jung Ho, that's Jung Ho." And the way that Rami was like looking at him was like sexy.
Oh.
Okay, this is one of those moments where you always have to realize everybody's taste is different. Okay, you can't just
Very
say somebody's
much
handsome.
so. Okay. But you know what? As much as I understand that, I still like what I like. And I'm going to tell you about it,
And that's all right.
whether you like it or not.
Ooh, anywho, when Rami explained who she was and her relationship to Young Woo, Jung Ho was like, "Hey, how is Woo doing? Have you spoke to her? Is she good? Is she all
Didn't
right?"
you love her reaction to that? She was
She's
like,
like,
oh,
"Hmm, you're
okay.
mighty invested in my friend here.
Okay.
Hmm,
Is something a brew?
okay,
Okay.
is something amiss?"
I
Okay.
think so.
So Young Woo is at her dad's shop serving food very slow, as well as giving her opinions. And dad was like, "Hush, over here, Tuck."
That man needs some assistance. Okay.
Yes,
He
he
needs an
does.
employee or two.
And let me tell you something. A lot of times in these shops where I see in these K drama videos or whatever,
Hmm.
a lot of people run their shops by themselves. Remember, Hyung Nam,
Yes.
secret agent woman? She was running
Hmm.
her business by herself.
Right.
A lot of them. That's what it looks like. I think that might be the case. People are just
Yeah.
running the things and not really just having family and taking care of things or whatever. But anywho, Youngwoo does serve. Yeah, I already read that. Yeah, and he had to like, hey, don't talk to none of these people, okay? She was over there talking about the imitation crab and what it really is. It's like,
First of all, the way wasn't she carrying the plate to him ever so
it was like
gently?
a tray and it had soup in it and all the
Yes.
gimbap over there. It was crab
Right.
gimbap, and she was like trying to go up the stairs.
She almost got tripped up on the stairs now.
She was about to be on the
I was
floor.
nervous for her. She was about to
Or
be
that
on her
soup and
face.
everything. Okay.
Soup in the face, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
but she made it. Praise the
Yeah.
Lord.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
God is good.
All
And
the time. Looking out for our Woo Young Woo. You know he love her. His
absolutely.
creation, honey.
Praise him. Attorney Jung did decline the case. He was like, we ain't gonna get nowhere. Okay. And yes, he may have been lied to sign this paper, but where is the proof? We need proof of that. And Attorney Jung said, if you want to take the case on or whatever, you will have to come to the office in person.
Now this is Remy on the phone. She's on the phone.
Oh
with
yeah,
Woo Young
Rami
Woo.
was on the phone.
Yes.
And Attorney Jung pretty much kind of took over the phone call and said, well, if you
she was like, let me put you on speaker because this man clearly wants
all
to
these
talk
words,
to you, honey, and I'm no middleman, okay?
So when Mr. Wu heard that Attorney Wu had to go down to the office, child, he jumped right into action. He got her coat, him gone. She was over there dilly dallying like she ain't about to automatically go. No, come on, go.
Okay.
Go to your job.
Let's go. Okay. Don't even
Get
take
outta
off
here.
your apron. Okay, time to go. Go to
Get
work.
out of here. Goodbye.
Okay.
Child. That's a good daddy though. Get on out here.
Yes.
I don't know.
He's the father of the year. Father of the year.
Good daddy. Because he don't even know why she decided to quit.
It don't matter.
Get on over there.
Yes.
I don't know what you're going through. Figure it out. All right. Anyway, so Rami is at the cafeteria of the of Hambada.
Hambada, yes.
Got herself a meal. You know what I'm saying? And she made sure to sit by her Minwoo. Oh,
Yeah.
he's now her Minwoo.
Okay, he's her man now. She's taken the claim from the looks of her eye contact with him. Okay, she ain't giving up. Okay, she's
all.
As Steve Urkel says, I'm wearing you down. Okay.
And Minwoo, I don't believe Minwoo was accepting of this, but you know, whatever. Whatever. So that's when Young Woo showed up. She still had the apron on for dad's shop and everything. And
is the shop named after Woo Young Woo? Because someone read her apron and it said Woo Young Woo's Kimbap. Did it not?
Yeah, it's after her.
Wow, I thought that was just sweet.
And
Father of the year.
That's dad.
Again.
Yeah. Attorney Jung was like, "Oh, I didn't know you opened a shop so quickly. That's really great. Congratulations." Oh, was it him or Minwoo? I think Minwoo would say something like that, right?
I can't remember for sure.
Somebody.
I'm sure it was probably Minwoo.
Minwoo, yeah. Anywho, so I think it was Jung Ho that asked, "Why did you go?" No, it was Attorney Jung. He asked, "Why did you go?" and resigned with no reason. He couldn't even fill out the resignation, couldn't process it because there was no reason for the resignation. And he said, "You've taken a lot of time off," and the whole time, Jung Ho was like this.
Just a cheesing. Glad to see his girl. Okay.
Happy to see his lady. Okay.
His lady. You are my lady.
Everything I need.
Yes. Yes.
Oh gosh.
He loved that girl. It's so sweet.
He do. And he fell real quickly. But Jung Ho let Young Woo know that he did miss her and their whale talks, and she did tell him that
this is at the door, y'all.
Yeah, at the door. She did throw away his gift. She didn't know what it was, so she just threw it away. Maybe he should have put a name or something on it.
Or from Jung Ho. Maybe,
or something.
Say who it's from so she knows to open it.
And so she won't toss it like she did. But anywho, moving forward and moving on. Rami, she saw the moment. She saw her girl and this young man, chopping it up.
Okay.
And she saw that man's eyes. She said, "See you." She ain't saying nothing to the man, but you can see that she see that what's going on over there.
Okay, a plan is in action.
Okay. The understanding was afoot.
Okay.
So we go to court. Wu realizes that liars will lie. And that's what those two eldest brothers were doing. They were lying, saying that Oh no, you know what I'm saying? We
It was
didn't
the
make
eldest
him.
brother initially because he was on the
Yeah, the
stand.
eldest brother. Yeah, he initially said that, but the middle bro, he did speak up well as well and basically corroborated the lie, and tried to make the youngest feel guilty. He's like, "Why would you bring us to court? You know, you
Yeah,
signed it."
Wu Young Wu was asking the eldest brother, "Did you tell your brother that you consulted with attorneys concerning these particular distribution laws,
This is why I have you.
as far as what your father left
The
you? Did you
inheritance,
tell
yes.
him that?" And he denied it twice. The judge even asked him straight up. And another thing, I don't know, are you going to get into this perjury talk
No,
that
go
this?
ahead and talk about it.
So she said, "Do you understand that you can be charged with perjury for lying on the stand?" So then the defense counsel says, he's the defendant and the witness, so therefore he is immune from perjury. In what court system do you
That is kind of weird.
work in which a witness who just happens to be the defendant is immune from perjury because they're both the
So you
witness
can
and the
lie
defense? Don't you think that this would be free reign for every single defendant to be on the stand to
and
lie their
lie?
way out of a conviction?
Yeah,
Sir, what law school did you go to? But Wu Young Wu set him straight.
she did. And also the judge kind of clarified things too, is like you are expected to tell the truth
It's a
while
court
you're
of
on the
law,
stand. This is a court of
okay?
law.
You take
And
an
I'm like,
oath with your right hand raised, okay?
yes. And that's kind of weird. Why would the attorney bring up something like that?
I've never
As
heard
if
of a
she's threatening him with something.
right hater.
Okay. So we're done with that. We're upset that they lied. Moving forward with life. We realized that there's the family friend that was actually working on the house right outside. Was they know him as the eavesdropper? They know
Hmm.
that he pays attention to what's going on and knew what was going on. So they went to him and basically asked him to be a
A witness.
witness.
Hmm.
So good, we have him in the pocket. We went out to the countryside to make sure that we can make that happen, and we did that. So it was time to go back to Seoul. Okay. And Rami says, "You know what? I'm gonna stay here with my parents." And he told Junho, "A good place to see the sunset is on this here beach or whatever like that. You can do it." Basically saying, like, "Look, I see what you're trying to do. I see you like my girl. Go to the sunset with her."
Do
So
that. Do that. Go do that. Go do that. Shoo shoo.
shoot,
Okay.
bye.
Time's
And
wasting. Okay.
so in the car, he does ask, "Do you have any other pressing things to do today?" She's like, "No, mom, I'm basically my schedule is open." And he says, "Let's go look at the sunset." And she was like, and they go to the sunset. And of course, we have whale talk. Of course, that ensues.
Of course.
And then Jun Ho mentions going to an aquarium
I should have
to
seen this
see.
coming. I
Of
should have
course,
seen this coming.
of course, you should
Because
have.
I was like, there's going to be a time where where Woo Young Woo is going to see an actual whale in person. And I always thought, I wonder why she doesn't go see them in an aquarium. And then when this conversation came up, before she said what she said, I knew it was coming. It all came together.
Exactly. Because of course she's against whales being in an aquarium. They belong out in the wild. So she did kind of go off on him about that, and he learned real quickly. Okay.
Hmm.
And then Jun Ho asked about her resignation and why she did it. And she basically said that she felt like she is weak, autistic Woo Young Woo instead of attorney Woo Young Woo. Um, and just felt like, in those spaces, they would only see her as a weak, autistic girl.
She feels like attorney Woo Young Woo with an asterisk. And she
Yeah.
doesn't want to be seen as that. She wants to be seen as a good attorney, period, point blank.
Which are real feelings.
Right.
And I appreciate that coming from her and seeing that from her. So,
She wants to be respected for her work and her work only.
okay, don't tell me, yeah.
And
Don't boost me up because I'm
she doesn't
autistic.
want any special treatment. That's the thing. Like
Nah.
people assume that she's going to want special treatment, but no, she's playing the game it's supposed to be played. Go ahead, Jennifer. I'm
And
sorry.
she's smart.
Very much so. Smarter than
And
everybody in that law firm because
she
she
knows how
know
to pick
them
up.
books. What?
Child.
Front to back. Front to back.
Then from the back to the front. She got it all.
Okay.
Child. And photographic. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's talking about. She can see the
Photographic
pictures.
memory. Okay.
She can
She
see the
can tell you
pages.
everything. She can tell you the small print, honey. The
Come on
small
now.
print.
She could look at it and read it later.
Don't underestimate Attorney Wu. You get
Please
your feelings
don't.
hurt.
That's what you will do, as Min Woo has been, but I'm not gonna get to that yet. So, let's see. Oh wait. So we're still at the beach. We're still right at the water, looking at the sunset. And Jun Ho says, I want to be on your team. And I hope you will want to be on my team. How sweet. I love how this is like sweet light. You know, like you get like sweet tea from McDonald's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say if you got sweet tea, but they like cut like a third of the sugar. It's not so sweet, but this is really cute. What do you think about that moment?
Yeah, it's sweet enough. Yes. I'm happy with any progression. I'm happy with any progression with their relationship because it's 10 times faster than the progression of the relationship in The Glory. So anything that we're getting from them right now is excellente for Joe Nathan. Okay. I'm
absolutely
loving it.
Okay,
and the
good.
score again, the music is so it's so
cute.
identifiable
Nice.
of the moment. And it fits the moment so perfectly.
They did it well.
It's everything.
So Min Woo goes to Attorney Jung. He basically comes there to, talk about his grievances. And he says that Young Woo is getting, should be getting a penalty for being away for so long, some kind of demerit, for being away. And like, if you don't do that, like, would that be looked at as special treatment? Like, wouldn't is that some kind of? And Attorney Jung was like, no. It's like, first of all, Min Woo is acting as if he's talking to a regular person, not a whole attorney of law, a high-ranking attorney at Hambata.
Who is his boss?
So like the war of words is going to be lost on this man. Like, sir, like, what do you think this is?
You have no leverage, sir. You're coming to me from down here, okay? You're already starting out from down here, okay? And I'm all the way up here, okay?
Child.
So when did we forget about minding our own business? When did that get thrown out the window?
It totally was thrown out the window recently, apparently. But I loved the response. He did not get sassy with it. Didn't tell him to mind his business as somebody like I would. Why don't you mind your business? How about that?
Okay.
Why is this in your business? Why do you care that much?
Why don't you worry about your?
Do you feel overshadowed by her?
Sir.
Like, okay. I would have gone in, especially as his lead, his boss. I would have went in personally.
You know what? I feel like if he had talked to that CEO about Woo Young Woo, she might have given him the business. She might have told him about himself.
Han of
she
Hambata.
Might have hurt his feelings. Okay?
Yes.
Mind your business, sir, and get out of my
office with this foolishness, honey.
Immediately. Unless you want to take some time off.
So Attorney Jung said the really great thing. He said you can really learn from her. She does very well with thinking out the box. Like, why would I let her go or do like that to somebody that's doing so well here?
She's an asset. Do you not understand?
We move on with life.
Okay. Now.
Child. This is exactly what I wrote here. I said, child, the witness was paid off. Because we at court, honey.
Okay.
And
it's a conspiracy.
It is. And Young Woo was talking about what he heard, there. He's like, oh, I ain't hear nothing. I don't know what's going on. And then we look over at the brothers. The brothers look at him.
Like, is this not evidence in court that there's tomfoolery afoot? Okay.
It should be. But apparently that's not it, because there was no way that she could have any concrete evidence of these lies, people choosing to lie on the stand. And this was really, I didn't know what we were going to do at this point,
Me
because
either.
now we were just dealing with a bunch of liars. And to be honest, I don't even this is why Attorney Jung said that this is not going to work. This is not going to happen. I'll be there with you for this court case, but
Right.
I'm just going to be there as support or as your superior, because you're not going to win this one.
And that's why I love the fact that this show is so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea because when he signed that contract at the beginning of the episode, I said, how are they going to turn this around? How?
Exactly.
As much as Judge Judy talks about contracts on her show,
Yeah.
contracts are legally binding. Once you sign it, you're in. You might as well sign it with blood because you're in it.
Okay, you're a dundada. Okay. So we're away from court after the lies proceeded, right? So I'm not sure where we were. Where were we? We were at, I think they were at the bar that Rami works at with old dude
because
that be cooking.
Rami is drinking. Okay,
She's not only was she drinking, she was drinking Young Woo's beer that she don't drink. She don't even drink. But
why did Young Woo order it? Why does Young Woo have it?
I think Rami ordered it for her, and Rami's just drinking it.
Exactly.
Like I drink Tyrone's Coke when we, or your tea when we go out to eat.
Precisely.
As I order water with lemon.
Okay. I'm not paying for it. That's what I'm not doing. Okay.
She drank all of it too and asked for another round.
You can put that on her tab. Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes. As I take a sip.
She ordered it. Okay. Who's drinking it? Does not matter.
Don't matter. As long as it gets paid for.
But
you got the money in hand.
Okay.
Okay.
She's an attorney.
Rami
was really upset, as she should be. She said, I never thought people would lie in court. And Rami, in her frustration, she said,
she's over it, y'all.
She would make up evidence because we need some evidence. Okay. I'd make up evidence if I could. And then we have an epiphany.
Yes, the wind, yes, it's everything
flowing in her hair. And this time we have a wonderful bottlenose dolphin, which is what she was talking about earlier in the episode, where they automatically look like they're smiling.
And again, this repeatedly reminds me that dolphins are part of the whale family. I keep forgetting that dolphins are whales as well. So after the epiphany goes by, we no longer see the dolphin. We're at a memorial for Grandpapa, Dummy Cruise. Okay, does this
named
memorial
after Tom
remind you of another memorial that we've seen, girl?
Child, yeah. And that's how they do the memorials out there, which I really think is really nice. I need to show you this other memorial that they had. This other show called.
No, I mean what happened at the memorial. Does what happened at the
I'm
memorial.
not even talking about the glory. I'm talking about this show called Hometown Cha Cha Cha.
Okay.
It's a really cute one. But it's just a memorial. You put food out for them to, for your people to eat and stuff like that. Very nice memorial. And you usually bow twice, to give the respect and everything like that. So the brothers were at this memorial. And yes, don't worry, Jonathan. There's nobody getting stabbed in the throat on this one. Not this one.
I wouldn't have mind seeing it.
But no, this is not that type of party.
Unfortunately.
That's what you wanted, huh?
Okay.
Child. The older brothers were there with their families, and Rami beats on the door. She drunk, honey.
She's drunk. Okay, she's leading, girl. She's leading. Leaning on the everlasting arms, girl.
Okay, because there ain't nothing else holding her up. Okay.
Ain't nothing else holding her up.
So they let her in, and her parents come in behind her, and she told them off. All of them. She was saying like, she called the the middle brother a puppy. And they all liars.
I lived when she started barking. Like, do it. Demonstration.
Because the middle brother, he just goes with the whims of his older brother. Just falls up under what he says. She said, I'm over all of you and your lies. You bunch of liars.
You're liars.
And then they told, the dad, get Rami out of here. Okay, this is a memorial. You gotta have
Respect the
respect.
dead.
Okay. And then Dad was like, no, I'm not taking her up out of here because she
She
ain't
ain't going
lying.
nowhere. Okay,
She ain't
okay.
lying. She's just
Where's the
telling the
lie?
truth. Where's the
Where's the
lie?
lie?
And child, the eldest brother put hands on Rami.
On his
Slap!
knees. On his knees.
Child, she went
They
all
love to
over the
slap them. They
food.
love to slap them a hoe here in these
Okay.
K dramas, okay? It's essential.
She fell over all the food,
You know what they
knocked
need to
over the
start doing?
memorial.
I
What
don't
need to
think
start
they
doing?
know the significance of a backslap.
They
I
need to
don't think
start
they really need to invest in some
in some back
backslaps because
slapping
that would make these slaps perfection.
to the next level.
Perfect. Another level. Another level, girl.
But oh wait, no, he said they were talking about the scam and the S word contract that they put out. But yeah, Rami gets a whole hand to the face area to the point where she gets bruised, and Mama's like, "Hello, police!
Okay.
My brothers-in-law are beating on my child. Come,
You
police!
know,
Please
they
come!
beat on the churn.
They're beating on the children!
Hurry! Run
Hooray!"
away!
And
Don't
the next
hesitate.
And the next thing we see, oh, and of course, please, I'm sorry, I did not mention a whole brawl ensues after that slap. It went down, and Mama,
Rami's father gets assaulted. Okay.
okay,
And
people
don't
in
you find it
headlocks.
interesting? Don't you find it interesting that Rami and her father refused to fight back?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they didn't think they could take him or something like that. I don't know.
Or
Let's see what happened.
okay.
So, next thing we see, we're in court again.
Okay. All rise.
All rise.
Okay.
Rami Daddy and got bandages. Rami got bandages. Rami Daddy, his whole head is
Okay.
bandaged up. Okay.
Can't see his hair, y'all.
Okay. We all have bandages and things of that nature on our faces and stuff where the hits occurred because they were beating people up. And so Young Woo, wait, was it who brought it up? I think it was the judge that brought it up. Said, have you been injured? What's
Yes,
going on?
the judge brought it up. Yes.
And Young Woo was like, yes.
Okay, your
And-
honor. Okay, she stood up with the evidence, honey.
Okay.
I have the police report, your honor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there was a crime committed against the brother. Okay. You
And
know what
his
I'm saying?
daughter.
Not only we have the medical records to show what had happened, the bodily harm and damage that was
Okay.
done against them,
Okay.
okay, by the brother, because you see, ain't nothing happened to them.
Okay. They look very, very healthy. Okay.
They don't have no cut, no bruises,
injuries
no nothing. They look
whatsoever.
just fine
No
over there.
bandages, no discoloration on their faces.
Nothing.
Unlike my client, your honor. Okay. Yes, point to him, girl. That's how you point to him, right here. Do you see him, your honor? Okay, right in your face, your honor, with the bandages. Okay,
That's him.
there he is, right there.
And
He is our evidence. These reports are our
and
evidence.
his lovely daughter, poor her, got towed up. Thank
Toe up.
goodness the mother got away so she could call the authority.
Okay.
So the crime was committed against the brother, so he can cancel this contract because of this crime. Not only was there medical evidence, but there was a police report of this crime that was committed against the youngest brother. Objection! Yells. Was that prosecution?
I don't know if there's no prosecution
other
and
this other
defense in
side.
civil lawsuits. It's just
Yeah.
the other side. Yes.
So the other side said, objection! The assault was a strategy
Well,
to
I guess
avoid-
in this case they are the defendant because it is the brother
They were
that's suing
suing
his
them.
other brother. So yeah, they are the
Yeah.
defendants. Yes.
But he said, the attorney said, objection. The assault was clearly a strategy to avoid the contract. And
Can I give you Woo Young Woo's response?
please?
Do you have evidence?
Who's you-
Where's your evidence? Because I came with stacks of papers, okay, stacks of reports, okay, stacks of
Medical
evidence that is
evidence.
essential in a court of law.
Come on,
Where's
essential.
yours? Do you have it ready
Who was she looking at? Who was
now?
she looking at when she said that?
She was looking at the attorney,
Yes.
okay?
What
The
would you say
man who
again?
objected. Do you have evidence?
Of that?
Okay. Where is it?
Okay. But yes, she says, do you have evidence to support that?
Okay.
Hmm.
No. Is that your answer? No.
Just like we didn't have no evidence to support that your behind was lying.
Okay.
I get you.
Two can play that game.
And of course, the
When
first
I
thing,
tell you Woo Young Woo knows these laws,
the
front
laws, back
and back,
child. You can
front,
say she started law school when she was 4. Okay.
okay,
Child.
she invented law.
Okay. That's what she did.
Okay.
And so what had happened was that, the brothers, they were like, so what does that mean? And the attorney said, we're screwed.
You're SOL. Okay, that's what it
Okay.
means.
And I don't know if you noticed, but the wife did one of these. Or was it the wife or the brother?
It was the wife.
The wife did one of these. You know what this is?
No.
It's a finger heart. That's what they do in Korea.
Okay.
So you may see this, with Korean stuff, the finger heart. Sometimes people be pulling out their pocket. Finger
Oh,
heart.
that's cute.
It is. And they be doing all the other kind of hearts too. I need to send you one of those TikTok videos that show you every single heart that people got out there.
You should.
It's so many. Anywho, but yeah, they did the little finger heart. I know I was gonna have to explain that one to you. Happy I did. So we're done. We have the victory. Young Woo has won again. So Jun Ho, he took Young Woo to the main meeting room. And he was like, you ain't never been to the main reading room? It's really huge. And he's like, just come and see it, okay? And he took her to the room, opened the door, all this sunlight coming there. She's like,
beautiful view.
Okay. And she took her beat, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and we're in.
Okay.
And she went in. She said, beautiful view, just like Jonathan said. And when Jun Ho told her to turn around. What'd she see, Jonathan?
She saw a beautiful mural of a whale. It looked like a humpback whale.
Humpback whale, yes, it was.
And I was like, okay, so this is how you make up for your gift being thrown in the trash.
Okay.
And I wonder, as a paralegal, how were you able to get this done?
I think with being there and being a part of Hambada, I think you get access to go into rooms like that. It's not like there was no lock in there, but this girl had tears welling up
literally about
in her eyes.
crying.
And the only word I could write on there about this was acting. That's what I said.
Okay.
That's what she was doing. She was acting. Okay. So this next scene, big bro and middle bro apologize. They got on their knees and apologizes for the bacchanal. They apologize for
they prostrate before your brother. Okay.
For the foolishness that they have ensued, and basically told them what was really going on with them. They both are not doing well with money. Business not doing well, and they over here robbing from Peter to pay Paul. It's an issue.
Why they did what they did.
Yes, they felt that if I just stole from my brother to get more money, then we'll be fine. But they were not considering their youngest brother.
Because they didn't care.
Yeah. So this time, they actually had an attorney to help them draw out the agreement for the money.
And who was that attorney, Jennifer?
Woo ya woo!
Okay.
So Rami's dad, he decides to do the ethical thing, okay? Because all the money should go to him. All 10 billion of the won that is set out to be sent over to him. But what he did, he basically said and struck up this agreement through Young Woo, saying that after all of the taxes are paid, all the taxes, you guys will split the money 3 ways, evenly. So basically, everybody's going to be getting 2 billion won.
Mm-hmm.
The amount after taxes is 6 billion after, and before the taxes were like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Taxes is something else, but after the
Especially when
taxes,
you're in that tax bracket, honey. Lisa Lepta Lopez gave us the breakdown.
child, yeah,
Let get ready to do your math.
math.
Okay,
Okay, child.
class is in session, honey.
So they did agree to it. Everybody signed to it. Even money. Either way, everybody would be better off. To be honest, it's not like he was going to lose. No one's going to lose out on this situation. I don't know, but greed made everything so horrible in this situation. But whatever.
Right.
Rami, she showed a tattoo that she recently got because of the victory, and she says, "This is the law that saved my family."
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. And she showed Young Woo some love by hugging on her. She says, "My baby is a full-on adult now." And of course, you ain't get off me.
Right.
But a friend's gonna show love. So that's exactly what she did. So Attorney Woo asked Attorney Jung to resume working. He said, okay, but no more time off. And she went ahead and put her nameplate back in, and you could feel the true happiness and joy come across Attorney Woo. She was just so happy to be back because, as just like her dad said, law is her love.
Right.
So
And I feel as
yeah.
though she understands how important she is to the Humbada law firm. And she understands
I
that
think she's
they
learning it.
need her. She's getting
Yeah,
hints that they need her. She's getting hints that
because
they
they're a
want her
team.
there. Yes.
A
And
team.
and so that's why when in the I think the second episode, the opposing law firm looked at her thing, and that's
Yeah.
why I really didn't want her to leave Humbada, because this is really her tribe. These are her
This is the
people,
space.
minus the
Exactly.
haters, of course.
So, of course, months ago, Papa Wu meets up with Han. Apparently, they knew each other from law school because before he had to start really raising Wu by himself, he was in law school.
And that's how he had all those law books in the house.
Exactly. So it was Han that says, she told him that Hambada is ready to welcome Young Woo now.
Hmm.
And he's like, but the application was declined. The recruitment process is over. Like, why are you accepting her after this whole process is over? And she
Hmm.
was like, I was not around while they were going through that process. And this is an HR mistake. Like, okay. And she was like, she made a perfect score on her, her law test or whatever.
Okay, her bar
And
exam,
her
their
bar exam,
equivalent
thank
of
you.
the bar exam, yes. Which
Exactly.
makes you understand why she knows the law front to back.
Because there's no way she could have gotten
Perfect
anything in those questions
score.
wrong. Okay.
Okay.
And she did graduate summa cum laude. So
Okay, top of the class.
the law school, the top but she's like, but she's autistic. And she says, I know that. And
It was in her
she had a
paperwork.
job. It was in the paperwork. Okay. I know
Okay.
that. And so, all that happens. Dad looks like he is at least somewhat pleased, though this feels weird, but I'm pleased that my daughter has a job
Hmm.
at Hambada, very great law firm. And Han from Hambada sits in the car, that because she got money like that. She sits in the back seat.
In the backseat, she has a driver, okay, in her luxury vehicle.
Vehicle. Okay. And she was looking at the picture, like a whole profile of
Woo
Young
Young
Woo,
Woo.
and she says, "You look just like your mother." And we're done. Jonathan, your thoughts on this episode?
It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
This was a
As I
good one.
said in the review for episode 3, I am completely head over heels for Woo Young Woo. She has
Oh,
captured my heart. My heart is in her hands, literally right
yes.
now. I feel like she controls me in a way that is disrespectful, and I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if I
love it.
appreciate it. However, in the moment, I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah,
she's so
she is.
sweet, because she is everything. The
Yeah.
the full cast of this show is everything.
Ooh.
Everything about this show is everything.
Speaking about the cast, I'm sure you didn't recognize her, so I'm gonna tell you. Rami's mother. I just realized it while I was writing the notes last night for this show.
Mhm.
Her mother is the shaman from The Glory.
Wow.
It's my first time really noticing that.
Wow.
Like,
Because the
wow.
shaman in the glory looked so old to me.
It
And
was the hair and
yeah.
everything, but if you look in her face now, you'll say, okay. If she had her hair up and out of her face, yeah,
Mhm.
she looked a lot younger. But yeah,
Yeah, she looks so much younger in this show. So that's why
yeah,
I would not have put that together at all.
yeah. I looked at her dead in her face. I said, "I know you, ma'am."
Okay, you died, didn't you?
I guess she came back. Anywho,
Okay.
but yes, Jonathan, I'm so happy that you're really enjoying this show.
Can't
I
you
feel
tell?
okay. I feel like through these experiments that we're putting out here, we are really finding out what we enjoy in cinema. We are finding out what we like about different situations and
Yes.
what we watch. And
And I'm so
what's
grateful that you've opened my eyes to this new genre of
yeah,
drama.
yeah.
I'm so happy that this hasn't passed me by. I'm so happy that I'm able to enjoy this show because this show is simply perfection in
It
every
is.
way, shape,
It's so
and
cute.
form.
It's so wonderful.
It's
And I'm gonna need them to
perfection.
bring that second season to America because I know the
Okay.
second season is done. And I've seen little clips on YouTube of that second season.
Oh,
And I'm trying not
wow.
to watch too much more so I won't be spoiled.
Yeah, please
So
don't.
they need to go ahead and let us have it, unless I need to find some other way to see the season 2 of Young Woo Honey.
Okay.
Might need to get a VPN or something. Something need to change because I need to see that second season. But yes, continue on this journey with us, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to see more K drama, of course, even after Woo, and this is going to be 16 episodes. For the next one, Jonathan, I'm really considering a shorter one, just so you can get a little glimpse of something different. Once again, there's so many things, so I'm excited. I think I might want to do celebrity or something like that, but
Okay.
I think I really enjoy that you like a strong woman. And
Absolutely. I've always loved strong women. I've always looked up to strong women. I
absolutely,
think that's why I adored our praise team at church so much because
Jonathan, now we're going to a whole nother
I
level.
know,
We'll
I
talk
know.
about that later.
Yeah,
Anywho,
we gotta
we'll
go.
talk about that. We do
We
got to
gotta
go.
go.
Anywho, Jonathan, go ahead and give your stuff there.
Yes, my Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. I do have my own YouTube channel, it's JoJo Speaks. Look me up on YouTube. I post videos every Thursday night at 9:30 with hot topics and social commentary with my co-hosts Jennifer, Tyrone, and Mike. We talk about the latest happenings and goings on in the world. So join us on Thursday nights at 9:30. JoJo Speaks on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and press the notification bell.
Yes, and just type in at the light of the Leah with no spaces on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You'll find me very easily. I do thank you guys for joining us once again. I hope you guys enjoy your rest of your day.